Hello, Say Anything fans of YouTube. My name is Halos and Hoverboards, but for all intents and purposes, you can call me John. Yay! And today we're going to be talking about a record that means more to me than I can even begin to explain to anybody, really. And that record is called Baseball, an album by Say Anything. And basically, in this video, you're going to be learning a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be giving you a quick history about the record, Baseball, an album by Say Anything. I'm going to talk a little bit about the pressings of Baseball that were pressed. I'm going to be talking about the differences between the two pressings, and I'm going to also be talking about of course, and the real point to this video is to talk about the fakes that are being created out of Singapore and being sold on eBay, and basically trying to be passed off as being real when they are in fact not real. I can tell the difference between fake copies and real copies after a lot of detective work that I've done regarding this record. Um, and I want to basically talk about the record. So I'm going to start off and tell you a few things. This is my copy of Baseball, an album by Say Anything. The record was made in 2001, and it's a really, really awesome record. It was made towards the end of 2001, like October, November. It was made by Max Bemis, Kobe Linder, and Michael Levin. And it was made in like a digital 8-track recorder with like fake amp plugins and guitar pedal effects and shit. They didn't actually use any real amps to make this record, but it still sounds pretty good with like nice headphones. It sounds pretty sick. I just wish Michael's bass was a little bit higher. It's not that loud. It's a really long record. I gotta be honest with you. It's over like an hour long. And I'm trying to keep the history on this record short because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because a lot of you know about it. This is the front artwork to the record. You open it up, you get this little page right here. It shows the members of the band and it shows like their names, and then over here you see that they're all hanging out. Oh, I forgot to tell you, mine is my copy was bought in 2007 and it's signed by Kobe and Max. Here you can see the Kobe and Max and Michael hanging out on a street corner. This is the link to their old website. This down here is something, the email that you used to be able to contact them at. On the back is the album liner notes where they thank people like their family, Joey D. Dolman, who did the saxophone part on Ants in My Pants, and they thank Evan Spann for doing the guitar solo on All My Friends. So that's the artwork to the record. Pretty sweet record, I gotta be honest with you. Let me just take the time to put this back gently. I don't want to rush anything, you know, it means a lot to me. As I said before, my copy was bought in 2007 through an auction on eBay, and it was signed in the following 2 years that followed by Kobe and Max. The next thing on my list that I wanted to talk about to all of you was the fact that there were two pressings of this record. There was a pressing that I believe was limited to 150, pressed in 2001, and then there was a second pressing which was limited to 200 copies. This was done in 2003. My copy of Baseball was pressed in 2003, and I am going to talk about why I know that in a second. There are demos to 5 songs on the record Baseball. There's a demo for Colorblind, That's That Duo We Want. There's a demo for Sure Baby Hold Back. There's a rough version of Rats, a lot of people don't know that. And then there's a rough version of All My Friends. And a lot of people don't know that. Probably not as many people, probably like 100 people know that in the world, I would bet. And I have the copy of it. And if you don't have it, let me know and I'll figure out a way to give it to you. If you have any questions, also email me, or YouTube message me. Like I said before, I have the 2003 pressing. And right now, I'm going to give you a little educational tutorial on how to tell the difference between the 2001 pressing and the 2003 pressing. There's two ways to tell the difference between both of these pressings. The first way to tell the difference is by looking at the font located on the CD. The font located on the CD is the exact same font found on the album liner notes. In 2001, the font that you find on the CD is a completely different font. It looks similar, but it is a different font. On 2003 copies of baseball, it says down here on the lower part of the CD in really faint black letters, Imperial CA02. And on 2001 copies, it says Imperial CA01. And to add on to all of these facts, I have pictures from eBay listings of baseball where the people who are selling the album have said that they purchased the CD through Max in 2002, and their copies all have a different font than my font. The reason why, like I said before, is my pressing is a 2003 pressing. I also know that mine is real because it was bought in 2007, and then there were no fakes at that point. Another way to tell the difference between 2001 and 2003 pressings is the shade of pink. It's a very dark pink here for every 2 songs. It's a very dark pink. On 2001 editions, the pink is lighter, and you can actually tell by looking at them. I don't have a 2001 copy to compare to, but I have pictures of some, and that's how I know this. So that's everything. The fake copies, now I'm going to move on to the fake copies. The fake copies are being made out of Singapore, and they're being made to replicate 2003 editions of baseball. If you have a 2001 edition, there's absolutely no question to the authenticity of your record because there have been no fakes made of the 2001 copy. The 2003 copy is the one that's being faked. Yeah. The 2003 copy is the one that's being faked. Luckily, I have done a lot of detective work, and the fact that I have a 2003 copy has made this a lot easier. I now know 5 ways of which to tell the difference between a real copy and a fake copy regarding 2003, and 7 ways to tell the difference between a fake copy and a 2001 copy. So, before I get started on talking about the difference between real copies and fake copies, I'd like to say that it took a lot of work to do this, and if you have questions about the authenticity of a baseball that you own, or you would like to know if it's real or fake, or if you want to know if it's a 2001 or a 2003, send me a message on YouTube. We can figure out a way to give you some pictures of it, and I'll be able to tell you with 100% accuracy what it is, believe me. So I'm going to talk about the fakes a little bit. The fakes are really, really, really good. The fakes include the interior album artwork, and the earlier fakes were a little fucking weird looking, but at this point they look almost exactly like real copies, but there are still ways to tell the difference. I'm going to give you a couple notes. If you are going to buy a baseball record off of eBay, the first thing that you need to know is never buy one from Singapore. It is fake. The second thing that you need to know is that you should always ask for pictures of the CD. Somebody who I know bought a Singapore copy and paid quite a bit of money. The CD that they got, and as you can see, what I want to show right now is my CD is reflective. You know, it's like a typical CD. You know what I mean? It's like shiny, and it's like a blank CD almost. The copy that she got, this fake Singapore copy that she received, wasn't reflective like that. It was actually white, like full paper around the thing. And there were never any pressings in either pressing. There were no CDs made in either pressing that featured a white CD. So ask for pictures of the CD. Make sure that you can see, you know, that what you're buying at least looks like this. You know, if it doesn't look like it, then it's not real. Another thing that I want to say is that the Imperial CaO2 looking thing, it shouldn't look like it shouldn't look exactly like a big old like font that you can like read. On a copy of baseball, it looks really like almost like it was etched with like a pencil on like a rough surface. It looks like fucked up kind of, and like Imperial is like spaced out, like really far. The copies that are coming out of Singapore feature like it's like really like clear cut, and it's a really crisp looking font. It doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right, and that's one way to tell if baseball is real or if baseball is fake. That's why you should ask for pictures. Do not bid on a baseball and don't spend a lot of money on it without any other pictures. You know what I mean? Always ask for pictures. Um, there are also some other secrets to tell the difference between real ones and fake ones, and I'm not going to disclose that because if the person sees it, then he's going to be able to create even better copies that may even fool me. And I refuse to be fooled. If you have any questions about a baseball that you have, let me know, and we can discuss it. You know, whatever. So like I said before, my name is John, and thank you for watching this video. This has been Defending the Integrity of Baseball, an album by Say Anything.